has put it that way. So I would go counseling session with my clients, and my colleagues would look at me and like, oh, you're the one telling us about diet. I said, how does it go hand in hand? But they didn't know what I was going through. They didn't know why I was at that point. But I picked myself up and said, okay, I need to give a transformation. But I accepted myself at 120 kgs. That was me. They had to deal with me. And giving the joy to my clients, especially who's getting the pregnant and lactating mothers, and like, should I stop breastfeeding early so that I can go back to my small size? Oh, my husband does not like me the way I am now. Postpartum depression was getting through it. So as I was helping them get through the postpartum depression, I was healing myself. I was telling myself that nothing is permanent. You can change when you want to, but when you're changing, love yourself through the process. If you don't love yourself the way you are and you want to be someone else, I would say you're the first teacher to yourself. If you don't teach yourself love, who will? Sawa sawa. So, as you see, I am pretty now, and people look at me like, oh, you're so amazing. Oh, you're doing nutrition. I'm like, God, I wish you knew where I came from. And I give them the pre-photos and the post-photos, and they're like, no, this is not you. Sawa sawa. So it's a journey. There are days you will wake up and you're good. The days you wake up and you're like, today I don't feel like doing it. But what kept me through was the joy I kept on my clients' faces. That's the best.
And I love the fact that you talk about first accepting. Accepting. And I think most of us, we have the problem with accepting where we are and being in denial. So, and I love the fact that you said you accepted and that you are at 120 kg and you want to do something. And I think that is very key when it comes to changing your mindset and becoming a new person. But listen, let's just talk about the practical things, right? We are women, the society have an expectation in us, yeah? So we have expectation from bosses, from our kids, and the fact that nowadays the kids are so brutal. A 7-year-old tell you, "Mami mnakaa vibaya," your husband, for those who are married, maybe they like you in a certain way. Can you talk about how do you balance the emotional boundaries that, hey, listen, I know I love you guys, I know I love you, hubby, but listen, when it comes to my emotional state, let's have a boundary. How do you do that, babe? Especially for you, being mama boys, and the boys sometimes the way they are brutal, or even having friends. You talked about your friends and tumbo tuck. How do you make sure that kuna boundary when it comes to your emotional state? Ama, can I even ask, is it even possible to have boundaries? Ama, do we really need to have boundaries?
Yes, you do. As a woman, you need to have boundaries. Even the Bible teaches us boundaries. So you need to have boundaries. And for me, what worked was setting up boundaries. And also, I didn't allow negative energy around me. I suffered my first pregnancy. I went through postpartum depression for 7 years. I think I shared this. It was, leo ninaanguka, kesho ninaamka. Leo ninaanguka, kesho ninaamka. For 7 years, mtoto wangu anakuwa, I couldn't really give my all to my son. Because naliona nilimess. I messed. And then now watu wanakuja na kuona haufai. So people used to give me a lot of negative energy. And I used to feel like I'm walking with a burden. Even my body was in pain because of holding it in. So sahi, what I do? Ukianza kuniambia mimi ni tumbo tu. Na nikwambia niko nazo nyingi sana. Ama tu airebuke. Because if you allow it, if you listen to it, it will destroy you. Ukikubali itakuangusha. Manake utasikia, alafu utaenda nyumbani, utaenda pale kwa kioo, umevua nguo na unajiona, unaifikiria, alafu ndio inaanza. It is a seed umeweka. So one thing, do not allow any negative energy around you, be it friends, be it whoever. Because even me, I'm married, right? I have a husband at home. Atakwambia, na siku hizi umeona mama. So to him it's okay. But to me it's not okay. Si ndio? So what I tell him, nimenona ni sawa, Mungu ananibariki na wewe unanika vizuri. Unanika vizuri, nikikaa konda si ataniambiwa kwamba hanilishi. Unanika vizuri. Asante. Rafiki, ule ni bwana, una majibu ya bwana tafadhali. Rafiki alikuja, umenona, akamwambia dada wewe. Unakata kauli sahihi wewe. But ukisikiza, maana kwanza umenona, nguo ukivaa haikupendezi, sijui nini inajaa. Sasa ana feel akifeel. So set boundaries. And me pia also in my home I don't just allow anyone. In my space I don't just allow anyone. I don't nowadays because I know once nikiallow I have created a loophole. Yes, so that is what I do.
I love the fact that you said that, but then I have a question from whatever you said, and I really want maybe Ruth to talk about it because she deals with matters physical. Where do you put the boundary to say that ni mwili wangu nimejikubali jinsi nilivyo, and also to say, hey, listen, nafaa kufanya mazoezi, because at the aspect of trying to be mentally stable, you are saying I am who I am, I love me, na kitani changu najipenda, but pia there's a need for you to take care of yourself and do exercise. So at what level do you say yenyewe hata kama ni mwili wangu, but hey, I need to do something with my body?
So one thing that I always even pose to my friends, a question that I usually ask myself is, am I happy? Are you happy wherever you are? Are you happy? Whatever I'm doing, how is it making me feel? That's the only thing. And then when it comes to the boundaries, I usually go with, yes, you're my sister, you're my brother, you're my friend. I love you, but I can do it from a far end. If you bring negative energy, I can do it with you from a far end. Okay. When it comes to the physical fitness, it does not have to be, nowadays it's a trend. To go to the gym is a trend. But it does not have to go to the gym. Physical fitness starts with walking. On a Sunday afternoon, take a walk with your kids. Take a walk with the family. Because if you're a mother, you're a father, you're the first teacher to your children. How you eat, they usually tell me, tell us how to eat. And I'm like, my daughter doesn't eat vegetables. Do you eat vegetables? There's no way I will make your daughter eat vegetables and you're not doing it. So on physical fitness, nowadays it's quite unfortunate our society is experiencing various kinds of diseases, lifestyle diseases that are coming on board. Our foods are not okay, it's genetically modified. So it's inevitable that we have to exercise, but you don't have to go to the gym. We can start with walking, skipping rope, going for swimming, and of which they're very much effective. So don't get into the pressure of, I have to subscribe to the gym, I have to add expenses in my budget to buy gym wear clothes, kwa sababu huko siku hizi ni competition. Kama umeng'ara ama hujang'ara. Kitambo you used to go with a t-shirt and tights, and that's it. Sawa. I hope I've answered you. Yes.
Answered my question. And I would love you to share with the ladies what you feel like, especially the ladies in the room, need to know when it comes to, I wish ladies knew, when it comes to taking care of yourself mentally and physically. What is that thing that you see ladies doing and you're like, if you stop doing this, ama if you do this, so much will change. What is that? Anyone who's ready can.
you. Love you. Ladies, love yourself. Yani, just love yourself. Because you come first. Your husband, your children, your family, whoever, second. You come first. Love you. Because I have seen, working in a hospital and working with women, I have seen women putting themselves last and end up in a morgue. I've seen women going with friends, ending up with a morgue. So just love you. Have boundaries, whatever, but put yourself first. Just love yourself. And what I wish you knew is there's a seed inside you. That seed is a gift from God that God has given you to be at the best version you see yourself in, hata over what you see. Because sometimes unaweza jiona tuko hapa, kumbe God anatuona tuko kule. So kuna kitu God ameweka ndani yako. Kuna kitu God ameplant ndani yako. That is so unique. It's not like me, it's not like Lina's, it's not like anyone. It's so unique that when you just have that kanini to realization kwamba this is what I have and this is what can bring me to the woman who I am, I swear you'll be kina Sarah Jakes at time you'll be over, because Sarah Jakes is not unique from you. All these people you will be seeing here are not unique from you. Menelewa, hawako special. It's just that they realized what they have and what they carry, and then they went for it. So love you. You have something inside you that is very special, and God loves you. God will take care of you. God loves women. The church is a bride. God loves women. God will just lift you up when you go to Him, and He will make you realize what you have, and you will do extraordinary. You're
I concur with Bill. The first thing you can do for yourself is love yourself, and your happiness comes first. If you're not happy, if you don't have love, which cup are you going to pour from? So those are the key things. And then another thing is discernment. Discern on God. Let God speak to you and tell you. You tell him, God, sometimes naambianga Mungu, hebu kuja to have conversation, manake naona hatuelewani. Sawa. This is what you want, and this is what God wants for you. And sometimes you ask God for something and God is like, hi, my daughter, mbona unanitisha hiki kitu kidogo? Na naweza kupa more. Si ndio? So you always align, tell God, this is what I want, but if you're giving me better, I am opening that gate and do it for me. Sawa sawa. So the discernment from God, and whenever you step your foot out of bed, you know I'm a child of God. He will not give you a direction that you cannot handle.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And maybe just, I had Mary mentioning about her being in the hospital and seeing how many women end up in the morgue just because of putting themselves last. And I also want to appreciate the fact that in a society, especially in Africa, not just in Kenya, but we are taught to put ourselves last, you know. Being a nurturing mom, you know, uki give out, unaambiwa you're the best mom, you know. You see people having conversation like, haufai kukaa vibaya, afadhali haufai kukaa vizuri, afadhali ukae vibaya lakini mtoto wako akae vizuri. There is that conversation where people expect you to put the family first, and then you can think about yourself later. And you see that happening in our mothers, you see that happening in our grandmother, and I love the fact that you say because of that, most of the women end up in the morgue because of depression and all that. And so, can you talk about how then do a woman who have all these expectations balance between carrying whatever she's supposed to carry, ama being who she's supposed to be, not just mothers, but also ladies in general, because it's not a mother's thing, but it's a women thing, yeah? So how do you balance in saying, I want to be there for my family, but I also want to be there for me? I know the fact that we need to accept and we need to put ourselves first, but where is that balance? Where is that balance?
So I'll just go back to what I did. Nilijikalisha chini nikajiambia, this is my situation right now. One, I work in Rabai. My husband lives with the kids in Kazengo, Kikambani. So weekdays I'm in Rabai, weekends I'm in Kazengo. And mind you, my son is just 2 months sahi. So niko na mimba, Monday to Friday niko Rabai, napanda gari nakuja tu Kazengo. Nikifika Kazengo, nimefika, whether atakuwa yuko atapika, kama hayuko nipike mimi. But kila mwanaume hapiki Sasa yeye aingia mapenzi nipike. Saturday, Sunday umeanza, Monday umerauka, umerudi. So nilifika mahali I couldn't anymore. Kitumbo iko huku kuna wengine nao wanakuitisha, sijui mama I want what. Huku kuna kazi maboss. It was so hectic because I remember I wanted to resign. I was almost resigning because kazini it was very toxic. And at home pia ni stress. Ilifika mahali hakuna amani. Naona tu bwanangu ile ni shetani. Usinisongelee. Nakumbuka hata na siku nilimpigia Lina nikamwambia I can't. Akae with everything I don't want. So I'm just trying to bring that picture. So what I did, I sat myself down with a journal. Nikaandika, this is my situation right now. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. So I created a balance. Nikasema, from Monday to Friday, since kazini na nitaji, I will dedicate 8 to 5. Contract yangu imesema 8 to 5. 8 to 5. Sipitishi, sirauki. 8 to 5 ni ya kazi. Nikikuja nyumbani, I have time nimeset na mwanangu. When you are around, it's your time. Tutakula, tutakucheka. Ukienda time yako, nataka time yako. If I feel I need to go out and kunywa kajuisi, I will go ninywe juice. Because tukisema tuchukulie sisi penye society nataka mwanamke kila kitu amebeba kwa kichwa, tutaanguka. And I realized that was what I was doing. So nikasema I will give everyone little bits. Kila mtu napatia time yake. And then mimi sasa najipatia all the baby love. And then also I sat down with all the people that are around me. And I was very clear in communicating. No, I can't. No, hapa nimechoka. No, siwezi. No, and then I need your help. I need your help. I can't, because I realized tumefundishwa kwamba you can do everything. Tunasema you can do everything through background vitu ni different. Kwa sababu itafika mahali watu wanasema huyu si anaomba, huyu si anapenda Mungu, huyu si ni church guy. Basi unaekewa kila kitu mzigo wote. And then hatujafundishwa kwa church guys wa kusema no. So tunabeba. And then tukibeba tunaanguka. So just learn to say no, learn to say I need your help, and then just create time. Wow, yes, but don't overdo it. Yes.
The power of saying no. Yeah. Listening from a person who was a people pleaser. Hii watu wengi walikuwa naitikia vitu. And I'll agree with what Mary said, because I've learned from Babes the power of saying no. She will tell you no in your face. No. Maybe niko tu hapo nasema ngoja kidogo nitakujibu, but there's a power in saying no. You can't do everything, and I feel like in the African context mwanamke hafai kusema hapana, and that's why I'm not bashing, but that's why there's an aspect of a lot of rep even from before, because men were given the power. How can you say no to me? You know? And so we grow up knowing, sifai kusema hapana, ni sawa, you know? Ni sawa, you take everything, and then sasa now the Christian quote unquote aspect tells you to say yes. So then it becomes a big yes from the society and from the church. Na napenda umesema kwamba you carry until you can't carry anymore and you fall down. And I don't think there is any goodness with you being down. And then she's also touched about the power of asking. I need help. And I think most of us as women, we are afraid to ask because of us as women. Tunaogopa kuuliza kwa sababu ya sisi wanawake. Because nakuuliza wewe mwanamke mwenzangu na wewe ndio unanisema. You know? So we are trying to rise again, but you're also the ones putting ourselves down. So I think from this conversation, we'll have the idea that we need to ask for help, and we need to ask for help from each other without judging each other. Yes? Yes. I'll just give like 2 minutes for people to ask their questions before I have some last questions in the crowd. If there is anyone who will wish to ask the two panelists questions, the floor is open. Yes.
Okay, hello everyone.
It's a mixture of ginger, turmeric, lemon. Yes, that's a mixture of that. When taken in excess, it will inhibit production of hydrochloric acid, which will lead to hyperacidity. Hyperacidity is also another disease. So I do not dispute taking it for immunity purposes. It's okay, but to what level? Okay, there are those who are taking it to help them in terms of weight loss. It will lead to that. It will not do that. It will lead to other diagnoses. Okay, considering the fermented cabbage, it is good because it has the healthy bacteria that helps the gut flora. Yes, but in nutrition, when anything taken in excess, it has a consequence. And when taken inadequately, it has a consequence. So that's why we take it in moderation. Yes.
Umeelewa? Mimi nimesikia tu majina kubwa kubwa hapo. But nimejua it's taken in moderation. Hizo majina zingine bora ametueleza, tusichukue nyingi, si ndio? Any other question? You guys say you have questions for these people. Ama they have spoken about everything. Yes? Any other question?
Hi everyone. Okay, swali langu lilikuwa ni kuhusu mama wenye ambao maybe tuseme ameishia kustop kunyonyesha. How long does it take like maziwa kukauka? Yeah, yani ni period gani yenye itachukua maybe tuseme kama inategemea na mtoto anayejishwa kunyonyeshwa miaka mingapi. Let's say kama ulimwachisha miaka mbili. Then from there, how long inachukua yani maziwa kukauka? Ama tuseme kama mwenye mtoto kunyonya mapema itachukua muda gani maziwa kukauka?
Sawa. Kama umebakisha mtoto kunyonyesha, Kiswahili ni kigumu.
Unaweza ongea tu kwa Kiingereza.
Okay, it depends with the.
It also depends.
Yes. Most basically it's the hormone for yourself. Ni kama vile ukishajifungua, when your menses are coming back, it depends with your reproductive system, how your hormones are in your body system. There are those who will stay for a year without the menses. There are those who immediately of next month it begins. There are those who take 3 months, those who take 6 months.
From a reproductive aspect ya health, I deal with women wenye wako na mimba, wenye wamezaa. So, like she said, it depends. But what determines is the level of your hormones. Unaona hata kwa periods, sometimes period ichelewa, sometimes periods inakuwa dark, sometimes unashangaa kwani ni mimba iliingia ama ni aje, vitu kama hizo. So it is the level of the hormones. Pia ukiwa na breastfeed, kuna hormone level iko chini na ingine iko juu. Ni sawa. So vitu vingi sahihi zina determine mambo na hormones zako. Global warming sahihi currently, the food you eat, your mental health, your physical well-being, unaona? So hizo vitu zinaenda hand in hand. But if umeona imekawia sana, go to your guy, anakupatia dawa, maziwa imekauka. Usiniulize hiyo dawa sahihi tafadhali, sikwambii.
You answer? Yes.
Okay, na niko na swali lingine. Kuna hii maybe tuseme ukitoka kuzaa maybe you have someone unakuadvise kutumia family planning. And that is this yenye ambayo unaekewa kwa mkono for 3 years, 5 years, something like that. Na kulingana na maybe having the discussion na different friends of mine, unakutana nakwambia maybe mimi nimewekwa but nimekaa sahi 2 years naona period sana. So maybe nikitoa period zinarudi ama zingine zinachelewa. In that case, is it healthy because 2 years without period inadada kweli?
Wamama wenye wamezaa na wenye wametumia family planning watakwambia wengine hata wamekaa 3 hawajaona periods. It is normal because ni session sasa hii. Family planning has different methods. Sawa, mpaka hapo tuko sawa. So some are hormonal, some are non-hormonal. So the hormonal ni hapa, sindano, tembe all forms mpaka ile ya P2, and then we also have some coils in it, hormonal sana. Sawa. Kuna nyingine ni sawa, nadhani ni hizo. So ukiwekwa ile ya hapa ya 3 years na 5 years, strengths ni tofauti. Zote ziko na hormone moja, lakini hormones mbili, lakini strengths ni tofauti. Ni sawa? So venye strengths ni tofauti na body yako pia ujue has to adapt. So kuna mwingine utamsikia hii ni faa. Umeelewa? Kwanza ukienda kuchukua family planning, huwa watu wanaenda tayari na nataka mimi wanasema heri usikize daktari yako, muongee, akupime, mzungumze body type yako, kuangalie what works for you, because some also affect your BP. That's why huwa watu wanapimwa BP. Some affect your BP, some affects how you look. Mwenye amedungwa sindano, wengine wananona, so body yako ni tofauti na hii ni kitu kigeni kwa mwili. So obviously your body will react to that kitu kigeni. Mpaka tuko pamoja. So hii ya hapa huwa inakupatia side effects you're not seeing your periods. So because of the hormone. So either hormone gani iko juu, ingine iko chini, like I said, ndio hivyo. So what we do, we give you drugs to regulate your hormones. Sawa. But usipoona periods usishtuke. Haijaingia mimba. Sawa. So ni normal. It's very normal. But if you feel you want your periods back, on a way watu tunasema benefits outweighs the ama ni vice versa. Yaani unaangalia hii benefit hii nikitoa hii niko sure nitapata mimba leo. Nitapata aje? Niko ready kupata mimba? Because those are the questions you should ask yourself. Sio? Niko ready kupata hiyo mimba sasa. But kama unaona unataka period yako, uko ready kunini, sawa. Kama unaona period imekawia, pia unaweza enda kusema ukapewa tembe. Tembe yenyewe utakayopewa kukutayarisha tu, usishangae ukipewa zile cox. Cox ni zile tembe chaguo langu, sijui the green ones. Hizi tembe moja kila siku. Usishangae kupewa hizo. Those pia zina regulate hormones because ziko na hormones.
Let's clap for her. Even the services we get for free. Yeah, and I think because of time, I think we have like 2 minutes to the end of the first panel. And I just want you to tell us the last words to hear from you. If you've been in a space where you needed to walk away because of your mental health. Just a little story. If there is a time where you had to leave, to just walk out of that situation, it might be with your parents, with your friends, wherever your job. Have you ever been in that place, and what did you do?
I would say that space for me was last year. Like I said, I lost my dad in 2017. I knew my dad as my mom and dad. I only used to see my mother 3 days in a year. That was 24th, 5th, and 6th. 27th, back to Papa. So even sanitary towel, it's Papa who told me about it. So when he left, I really didn't have a good relationship with my mom. And I was told, now this is the God you have on earth remaining. There's no way my mom would bend down low and break the relationship. I was the one who has to work hard for it. I tried my best and I maneuvered. And we were in a good space. I became Mama's confidant. But now she fell sick again. I had to take care of her through hospital, and she passed on in 2022. This was a 4-year span. I'm a person who my friends look up to. I'm the strong one. If they're in problem, if they don't know what to do, they are the one who they come to. So who am I going to? My stronghold is no longer there. I have no one to talk to. I have decisions to make about my life, my relationship, my career, myself. So it's all on me. I carry my burden. I'm the last one, but my brothers and sisters come for advice from me. So I had to carry all this plus my friends, and I was in a journey of now accepting to be an orphan. It was, I had to present myself to be strong in front of everyone, but I was dying inside. So what I did, I shut down everyone. I blocked everyone, and I have a sister circle of 3. Those ones are the ones who I can go to, and they can't judge me and also be like, they call me Minjo Tegemeo, but this Tegemeo was falling down. So I had to resuscitate myself by myself, and that's where I learned with loving myself and allowing other people to suffer, accepting that I'm not God, and I needed to grieve. that I have lost two major people in my life. And me accepting that and grieving that allowed me to manifest on who I want to become. Yes, he helped me through it, but now my answer was God. I said I'm the daughter of God. If he allowed my king to go, he is my overall king. He will figure it out. I will not fall, and I will stand and rise and be a support system of the rest of the people that need me. And that is what is pushing me through. The days I feel like, okay, am I going to do it? But I remember who is my father, and I'm like, damn, I'm making it. Yes. So I never cry. I cried the last time. I cried for a whole 2 days last year, and I told God I am not crying again because I have you and you're taking me through it.
Yes. Please clap for her.
Wow. Okay. I'll just go with reasons. Another check. So recently, I was called to become a submissive woman. LPP washasikia story. Wacha nifunguke. I was called to be a submissive woman. I volunteered in so many organizations. I'm the firstborn in my family. Wasichana ni wanne. Nimekuwa nikiona faith marriages kwa nyumba. Nimekuwa nikiona venye mamangu amekuwa submissive. Nimekuwa nikiona venye babangu anareact. I can't. But God, kwa conversations moja, he just told me, submit. It's not easy. I was one of the people who used to advocate for feminism. Feminism na Mungu haiendani kabisa. God taught me how to submit. And then, submit to someone who is not even your brother, your father, ni mtu mwingine tofauti kabisa. Na amekuja na mizigo zake pia yeye. And then wewe umekuwa ukifundishwa hujaona true love yenye ile iko kwa telenovela. Gangster love. Gangster love to the point kwamba unaona mpaka mamako na babako the abusive, the traumas and whatever, and I'm being told to submit. And then I remember that day, nimetoka Rabai naenda nyumbani on a weekend. And I'm just reflecting on that story, Samuel and I went David Mafuta. And then God tells you, go and buy olive oil, go to your husband, pray, and tell him, I submit to you, I want what? Because, nilienda nikafanya hivyo, lakini nikadhani simeisha. Sasa now the real deal. Wazazi wamekubali kitu, umefika kwa nyumba nini. Now ndo naonyesha the true pictures. Alafu wewe unajua ni pembe. So hizi ni vitu mbili tofauti. Ziingie kwa lipi moja. I walked out. I remember it was in December. Some few days, actually it was a month because ilikuwa 23rd of December. A month before I delivered. Nilienda nikakaa pale beach kwa Kakabana hivi. Nikajiambia sasa nitupe ndani ile maji ama nikae. Sasa hizo everyone around you, your friends, everyone anaona life yako imechange. Everyone wants to be with you. Everyone wants to be associated with you. Wewe ndio yule ambaye ukienda kwa kila mtu anacheka. Wewe ndio unapeana. So like everyone wants to be around you. But maybe I am crumbling, he said, but I can't see. So I remember, mbali na kupigia, of course, best, putting some sense into me, I went back and told my God, you told me to be submissive woman, I can't. It's too hard for me. And then he tells me, but what does my word say? What does the word say? Najua hii ni kitu ambayo nikasikia sana kwa pastor, na mimi si pastor. Lakini what does the word say? In that situation, what does the word say? Kwa sababu in every situation, there is a word. Wazazi wamekufa, kuna word. Anasema mimi ni yatima. Mimi ni nani wa yatima? Mimi ni mume wa nani? Mimi ni mti ulio. So in every situation, there is a word. So hata nilipokuwa nikiangalia ile situation niko pale nyumbani na what I wanted, alikuwa ananiuliza what does the word say? And then quickly, fungua, unasema word. Nikafika mahali akaniambia, my child, just come to me with authority, take what you want. So nilienda nikamwambia, nakumbuka nililia nikamwambia, Daddy, I'm tired. Daddy, I can't. Daddy, it's too much. Alafu, in the middle of that, God alinionyesha upendo mwingine. Siwezi kueleza juu, it's a divine love. Akanifunika. Akaniambia, nitakutoa katika ile shimo yenye uko. Because mbali na kwamba hiyo submitting ilikuwa hard. Nilikuwa na mimba ambaye tangu nimejua niko na mimba. Mpaka naenda kuzaa hivi. Ni vita. Ni vita tu. Ugonjwa mara sijui, yani vituko. Nakumbuka kuna nyimbo tu ilikuja kwa roho yangu mimi. Ya Kistimbogo. Nimepakwa mafuta mabichi. Nikajiambia, God, mimi I will obey. No matter what comes, I will just obey. And ever since, I'm still obeying.
Wow. Let's clap for that. I know you've all told the story in the shortest form possible. And I know if you had the time, wengi tungelia because we make kata too. But I appreciate that you guys have come to share a word with us, and we are not taking it for granted. Thank you so much, and I hope that everyone has learned something, one or two things. And because of that, I want you to rise up, clap for our speakers. I want you to rise up, clap for our speakers. DJ, tuweke ngoma moja as we go for break. Sawa? Yes. So in the count of 3, I just want us to clap for them and give them their flowers. 1, 2, 3. Let's clap for them. Now, MCs, the mic are back to you. And thank you guys for listening. Thank you for the questions that you've asked. And I think now, I don't know if you're going for break or what, but let me give back the mic to the MCs. Thank you.
Hi, ladies of substance.
Hi, ladies of substance.
How was that session?
Wonderful.
You may feel kitu. You may learn kitu. You have been transformed.
Yes.
Let us give a round of applause to